everyone! So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Felicia Ferguson and I am the person behind the blog Be Without Lyme. For those of you who don't know my story, I have been battling chronic illness for 9 years now, and 2 years into being sick, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. But 1 year ago, I was actually able to completely get rid of my Lyme, yet I still remain unwell. Now, I have articles discussing the root causes of disease, and I will make a video to tell my story later. But for right now, I want to talk to you about my most recent blog article. Now, a couple weeks ago, I released an article called The 7 Steps to Heal Lyme and Chronic Illness. And now I am starting a series where I will be writing an in-depth article and posting a video about each individual step in that 7-step article. So to kick this series off, we are going to start with what is currently the first step in that previous article, and that is how to turn off the inflammation cycle. That's a big one. And we all know that inflammation is a huge part of all diseases. So how do we turn it off? Well, the first thing we have to do is address the root cause of your chronic illness. And yes, we can do that. And then it's all about learning how to properly support, care for, and detoxify the liver the way the liver wants and needs to be detoxified, so that you can repair digestion and experience a new level of healing. Now, there's a really powerful quote by a naturopath named John Mattson, and it says this: "The difference between a person with symptoms and one without symptoms is the condition or the state of their liver." That's a big statement. And this coming from a man who spent his entire career helping people overcome chronic illness issues like chronic pain and chronic fatigue, extreme GI issues, and food sensitivities. So why is the liver such a big piece to everyone's healing journey? Well, for one thing, your liver has over 2,000 jobs or responsibilities. Your liver is your first line of defense against pathogens and toxins, responsible for neutralizing those potentially harmful things coming into your body. It is a major part of digestion. It is responsible for converting food into glucose for usable energy, or food into glycogen, or glucose into glycogen, so that when you are running on 4 hours of sleep and you skip breakfast, you still have backup energy supplies to get you through the rest of your day. It is also responsible for producing hormones and vital chemicals that are keeping you alive right now. And your liver produces bile, which you need in order to digest fats. You get the point. Your liver does a lot. But most importantly, your liver's number one priority is protecting you, is keeping you safe. So where does chronic illness come into this? And why is chronic illness on the rise? Well, there are a number of reasons behind this, and a sluggish or an overwhelmed or overburdened liver is one of those reasons. That quote I shared from John Mattson really lays it out for us. A person is experiencing symptoms because their liver can no longer keep up. Now, symptoms can be anything from acne to chronic fatigue to weight gain to constipation. And yes, with over 2,000 vital responsibilities, your liver is that important to your overall health. So what is behind this epidemic, excuse the word, of overwhelmed livers? Well, in my latest article, not only do I cover the top 3 reasons behind an overwhelmed liver today, but I also cover 3 steps that you can take to free the liver and the digestive tract from the products and habits slugging them up. But right now, I just want to talk to you about one of the main causes of an overwhelmed liver today, and that is your overall toxic burden. So let me get right to the point. In a single day, you are exposed to over 84,000 chemicals. Let that really sink in, even if you have heard that number before. I mean, you thought the liver had enough to do when we said that it has to handle 2,000 jobs. Now add 84,000 chemicals that it has to filter through and neutralize within a single day. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that that scenario is not sustainable. I mean, really, all we have to do is take a look at the average person's day. It's easy to see where the exposures are and how quickly they add up. From that cup of coffee that you consume first thing in the morning, which unfortunately your liver identifies as a toxin, to the tap water that you sip on that is filled with pharmaceuticals and heavy metals and all kinds of chemicals, to the cosmetics and personal care products that are loaded down with hormone disruptors and tar derivatives and carcinogens, and to the pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides coating every piece of food that you are putting into your mouth, unless you're eating organic. And then to the pollutants that fill the outdoor and even the indoor air that you breathe. And we've all heard it said that our indoor air is even dirtier than our outdoor air. And our outdoor air is pretty darn dirty, so that's saying a lot. Really take a second to think about your daily life. The products you use, the habits that you have, the environment that you're in. The exposures really add up, don't they? In fact, here's a shocking fact for you. 85% of tampons and cotton sanitary pads contain the dangerous chemical glyphosate, which has actually been banned in many European countries. But here's an even more disturbing fact. 3 out of 10 samples of breast milk in the United States contain glyphosate. That one speaks for itself. Now, aside from our own day-to-day exposures, we also have to take into consideration something called generational toxicity. It is a crime to me that the majority of people have never been taught this. But not only do vitamins and minerals get passed onto the fetus during pregnancy, but so do the heavy metals, the radiation, and the toxic chemicals that are buried within your liver and other organs and even your bones. Those get passed on as well. In fact, studies show that heavy metal levels in newborn babies' hair samples were actually higher than their mother's levels. Just as nutrients are passed on, so too are the poisons accumulating within your body. With all that being said, I hope you're beginning to see that our accumulations and our toxic burden that is weighing on our livers is a big problem today. And it's not just about that cheat day or that wine night here or there. It's an all-day, everyday struggle for your liver to keep up with this 21st century toxic lifestyle that we are living. Now, this is not about fear. This is about educating and empowering, because you deserve to know these truths. And the good news in all of this is that you can make choices and changes to clean up your lifestyle, diet, and exposures so that you can support your liver as it tries to help you heal. Because like we said at the beginning of this video, your liver wants to protect you, and it wants to support you, and it wants to be a part of your healing. Now, for more on how to truly take liver support and detoxification to a whole nother healing level, and to discover the 2 other things that are causing an overwhelmed liver today, you can go to my bio and click on the link and read through this helpful and healing article that I just released. Now, please remember that this journey to wellness is a process, and you are taking one step closer to healing just by choosing to watch this video or read the article, by educating and empowering yourself. So be proud of the entire process, even the times where it feels like you're getting nowhere. And be gentle with yourself as you choose to move to make healthy and healing choices and changes in your life. We are in this together, guys, so let's encourage, support, and love on one another, and let's continue to educate and empower each other. So, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you learned just a little something today. Now, go check out that article so you can learn a whole lot more. Thanks, guys.